Hello and welcome to By Popular Demand. Today we're going to be talking about something that we all experience from day to day, and that is anxiety. Anxiety is an emotion that we all experience, much like being happy, sad, angry. It's just an emotion, and it can get the better of us from day to day, but it only becomes a mental health disorder when someone begins to feel excessive, frequent episodes of anxiety. The symptoms of anxiety disorder include unrealistic feelings of anxiousness and fear. And anxiety disorders can range in severity. More severe cases of anxiety can affect everyday life, as severe as stopping people from even leaving their home. Examples of anxiety disorder include generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorders, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, specific phobias, so fears of certain things, and disorders that are the result of some type of trauma. A traumatic event can cause you to have anxiety. So I'm going to do a more detailed videos on the different types of anxiety disorders. But this video is more so just to talk about just regular, schmegler anxiety. Anxiety creates feelings of stress and tension, and also has physical symptoms like increased heart rate, high blood pressure. Some people, when they get really anxious, they'll sweat. When I experience anxiety, I do have anxiety. I think it's all encompassed in my bipolar, but I do sometimes have anxiety. And when I get anxious, I get angry. Like, I really am missing a lot of emotions. My go-to emotions are happy or angry or chilling. Those are my typical emotions. So when I feel anxiety, although I'm feeling this tension and this worry and this fear internally, it presents as though I'm angry, like I get really irritated. And I think it's because I'm waging war with myself mentally about doing something, and I don't know, the external factors get on my nerves. So that's how anxiety presents for me. Typically when I feel anxious about something, I really don't know what causes it. It's irrational when it does happen. Unless it's like normal anxiety, like getting ready to speak in front of a crowd or something like that. But when I just am at home chilling and then all of a sudden I feel anxious, it's really no real reason for it. Anxiety itself, as I mentioned earlier, is not a medical condition. It is a feeling, like happiness, sadness, anger, fear, anxiety. It's just one of our feelings that we have, and things that occur every day can trigger anxiety. Speaking in front of a crowd, walking into a situation for the first time, or even just doing something you don't want to do can cause anxiety. I know it causes anxiety. That's something that causes anxiety for me. If I just don't want to do something and I dread doing it, I will get anxious beforehand. When our anxiety is triggered, it causes the brain to release adrenaline, which creates that feeling of anxiety. And this is all part of our fight or flight response as humans. It's important to know that anxiety is natural and oftentimes healthy to feel, but if you notice that you are feeling anxious more than not, then perhaps you have or are developing some type of anxiety disorder that could benefit from medical treatment. And some ways to know is if you are anxious or on edge more often than not, you can't control worrying about various different things all the time, you're constantly feeling restless and uneasy, you easily become irritated or annoyed, and you feel afraid as if something bad might happen, even though there are no no real reasons to feel that way. There's nothing happened to make you think something bad might happen, but you just have the feeling, you just constantly have a feeling that something bad might happen. So if you do notice this, you should talk to your healthcare provider about it. And typically your primary care physician, well, that's going to be the first person you talk to. If you don't already have a psychiatrist or see a behavioral health specialist, you'll talk to your primary care physician, and they can evaluate you. And a lot of times primary care physicians can treat anxiety disorders in more severe cases of anxiety. Then you would need a psychiatrist or a behavioral health specialist. I work in healthcare, and I used to work at a family medicine clinic, and a form that we did to assess anxiety is called a GAD-7. So it's a Generalized Anxiety Disorder 7, and you can Google GAD-7 and this form will come up for you, and you can do it. And if you rate high, it'll let you know, hey, maybe I need to go talk to somebody, because dealing with anxiety at an excessive level, it really can become debilitating. And you know my message, you don't have to suffer in silence. Speak on it. There are different things that you can do for anxiety. I am going to make a video on tips for dealing with anxiety in the moment. If you notice that you're having more anxiety than not, please see your healthcare professional or talk to someone about it. Thanks for watching. I hope that this was beneficial to you. And if you can like, subscribe, and turn on that bell for notifications, that would be great. Thank you.